Hi, I'm Terry Vanover, and I'm with Choosing to Rise. And we're going to be talking tonight about, can you sue for alienation of affection? So, our topic tonight is an interesting one, and it doesn't come up so much. And we're going to talk about why that is, and if it's something you should think about in your divorce. If there was infidelity involved or adultery involved, should you sue for alienation of affection? So I'm Terry Vanover, and I'm a divorce coach. So if you are struggling with overwhelm, you want to make sure that you're making the best financial and emotional decisions that you can make. You're looking for resources. You're looking to develop clear and compelling goals so that you can transition confidently into that next phase of your life. Reach out to me. I'm available for one-on-one coaching. I have lots of experience working with people going through divorce, and I can help you so that you can learn to deal with the stress, learn to deal with the overcome, and help you to not feel stuck moving forward, and help you move forward and not only just get through your divorce, but maybe find this as an opportunity to find your best self, to uncover who you truly, truly are. And maybe this setback will be something that you can use to fulfill your higher purpose in life, the way I did. So I'm Terry Vanover, and reach out to me. You can go to choosingtorise.com for your free ebook, 7 Tips for Surviving Divorce, or email me at terryvanover@comcast.net. If you have any questions or you want to chat, I'm here for you. So let's talk tonight about our topic. I've got a few notes because it's a little bit heavy. So what is alienation of affection? So alienation of affection is an old term, and actually there's very few states that even recognize this anymore. But what it is, it's when someone wants to sue a third party for coming in and somehow destroying the marriage, so to speak. So, and it doesn't have to just be the other person involved in the affair. However, there's been cases where someone has sued, say, a mother-in-law or someone who has interfered with the marriage and has promoted divorce in that respect. So it's interesting researching this. So oh my goodness, I'm tongue-tied tonight. To prove alienation, the complaining party would have to prove that the marriage and the parties to the marriage had affection toward each other, and the affection was destroyed by the actions of the third party. So the intent by the third party to destroy the marriage was not an element of the claim, but intent to do the acts that resulted in alienation, and it was an element. So let's backtrack, because that's a lot of speak right there. So very, very few states even recognize this anymore. In fact, there's only 6, and they are, let's see, Hawaii is one of them, North Carolina, Mississippi, New Mexico, South Dakota, and Utah are the only states that even still recognize this. This alienation of affection has been abolished in almost all the other states. So again, if you decide to pursue that, if you just think that someone has interfered with your marriage and purposefully has tried to cause a divorce, you have to prove there's an element of affection. So that's why often someone who's involved in an affair would be the person that got sued. But it's not unusual for, it is unusual, but in some circumstances, family members could have encouraged the divorce. There has to be some kind of affection. It can't be just a stranger, something like that. So that's part of it. So interestingly enough, the state that has the highest amount of lawsuits were in North Carolina. I thought that was interesting, that it's one of the few states that recognized, and it had up to 200 cases recently that were filed in North Carolina. Are these cases successful? So that's the key question. And honestly, they are not. more times out of not, they're not, because you have to prove that there's this intent. There's a lot of legal proof that has to go into it. And it also prolongs the divorce. And the court process doesn't like to prolong the divorce and make it even more complicated. The goal of the divorce is to divide the property, divide the assets, set out the custody arrangements, those types of things. So I want you to think, if this is something that you're even like remotely thinking about, like, I want to sue the other woman, she came in and she destroyed my marriage. So ask yourself a couple of questions. First off, the reason why so many states don't recognize this anymore is because, will this get you the justice that you're seeking? Because what happens oftentimes when people are using this to sue other people is they're seeking emotional justice, right? We want emotional justice. We want to make someone pay for the pain you feel. And that's understandable. But the truth is, let's say you did do this lawsuit and you won. Will you really get the satisfaction? Will this help you to heal? Will this help you to move forward? And it really won't. It really won't. And will doing this change the outcome of the marriage? Let's say you sued the other woman and you won your case. Will it change the outcome? Will it make you feel better? Hey, I sued the other woman. She learned her lesson. You're really just prolonging the divorce process. It's very, very expensive. So even if you were to win, would you even win back all the money that you spent to even do something like this? Very costly. Very few attorneys would advise to do this or would even take on a case like this. And it wouldn't get you the emotional satisfaction that you're seeking. And there may never be those, I see a lot of women that really drown in that pain of feeling betrayed and heartache. And it's true, but this won't heal your marriage. This won't, if he was going to stray, he was going to stray. And suing her may not change that fact. It won't change the fact that you're getting a divorce. And if you have kids involved, then you're adding this additional layer, because the goal of, even though you two might be not on great terms with each other, you might not, mom and dad might not be working together anymore, you still have to work together for kids. So if one party is suing the other party, it's not going to make for a very, very good long-term parenting cooperation. So it's something to think about. If you have kids involved, how will this affect them, right? How will this, it's just going to prolong things. It's going to make the heartache even worse. It's going to be very, very costly. Even if you do, by some miracle, win, if you're even in a jurisdiction that would even recognize it, like North Carolina. And I want you to think about how does this remain true to your core values? If your core values are, if you're spiritual, or if you believe in karma, or if you believe in those things are things you need to think about, pray about, meditate on, and how this aligns with your core values. Getting back at someone, making someone pay, putting negative intent on someone else. I don't believe that that's in the long run, and it certainly doesn't hold true for my heart. So I think there's just some questions to think about if you're thinking about this, and it's a very difficult situation legally. It's kind of out of the question for, 44 states. So it's not even a question most places. So if you're thinking about it and you're confused and you're questioning, is this something right for me? Is this something I should think about? Maybe you need to reach out to a divorce coach and ask that question. Think about that question. And if this will get you really what you're seeking, right? So if you have questions about this or anything related to divorce, or you're post-divorce, but you're still stuck and bitter and you're ready to move on and you're tired of being bitter and you're tired of holding on to that heartache and pain, reach out to me at terryvanover@comcast.net, and I'm happy to answer any questions, provide resources for you, help you out. Or go to choosingtorise.com for your free ebook, 7 Tips for Surviving Divorce. So look forward to seeing you soon next week. All right, thanks so much. Bye.